Alright, this video is about Dad's 040 engine that he built back during the war. And last spring I asked Mom if I could have it to get it running again. It had a number of issues that needed to be repaired, and so it took a while, that's for sure, to get it done. At any rate, we all know that Dad used the soup cans to make the body for the engines. That was the old story. And talking with Mom, he also used castings to make all the other domes that are on the engine, as well as used surgical needles to do the piping that were on the engine. Basically everything ended up being made by hand, except for the wheels, of course, the trucks, and the motor that was in it. As far as problems that it had, number one thing was the motor. It had basically sort of fallen apart, as you can sort of see. It was sitting in the tinder. He had to dig out the floor to even get that in there. It was quite a tight fit. The motors today, they're about half the size, and they're much smoother operating for low speed, etc. Things I did to improve it is Dad had one contact back here for the tinder, and the other side of the wheels were in the front. I had contacts for all the wheels in the front and the back to help with the operation of the motor over turnouts and whatnot, dirty track, let's say. Dad had lights, housings made. I added the LEDs, so those now operate. And I added a decoder with sound, which is typically the way they make engines nowadays, to go with a digital control, so you control more than one engine at a time. Number of repairs that had to be made. A lot of the gearing in on the wheels was breaking constantly, and I mean constantly. That's a problem. And then the steps up front, also in the back, were always breaking. So a number of repairs along the way to get it operating. So I thought I'd get it running here, and you can sort of see it, watch it go and see how it does. So here we go. We'll get it rolling. It's definitely noisier than today's type of engines that you sort of have, but it still runs pretty smooth considering everything. So we'll back her up here. Turn on the rear light there. You can sort of see that. One of the LEDs that was added in there. And we'll go ahead and connect up a couple cars. I'll turn on the sound. You can hear the chuck of the engine. And we got the cars connected there. So we'll turn her around. The generator for the light, as you see, you'll see the lights now changed to the front. And we'll take it for a little bit of a spin here. The other thing that they like to add to these things, they got bells. And they got whistles, and they got little toots you can add to the engine. So, turn off the bell. Up there you can sort of see how it goes. Speed it up, doesn't need to take forever. But it took a while, took a lot of testing to get the, figure out the connection between the motor in the back and the engine. Dad had Tygon tubing. I tried all sorts of things, figuring there's got to be something better, universal couplings, etc. But in the end, no, Tygon tubing works best. So, she goes around as we go. Actually, this engine would be really used in a yard as a switcher for connecting up different cars in the train. and wouldn't be used all in a normal line like this. Not that that matters much. So this is what Harry does during retirement, guys. And we'll sort of bring her into a stop here. You can sort of hear the guy digging in some new coal. So at any rate, that's the upshot of what we got here. So hope you enjoyed it. That's it. Bye.